Okay, this is my third tarot video. I'm going to see if I can fit in the rest of the tarot cards I have left. There isn't too many. So yeah, this is my tarot and oracle vlog part 3. So I'll start off with this one. This is the wow, that light is bright back there. This is the Tarot Marseillais. And these are the cards. I gotta make sure I got them up right. I'll try to block that light out as much as I can. As you can see, the pip cards are just simply what they are. If it's pentacles, they just show pentacles. If it's swords, they just show swords. With the exception of the court cards and the major arcana, which are illustrated. As you can probably see here, this particular version of this deck was put out by Los Scarabeo. I don't know the year. I could check the box. I still have it. Anyway, this is the Tarot Marseillais. And this is another Rider-Waite deck that I have. It's a mini version of the Rider-Waite. It came with a kit, a tarot kit on how to read tarot. There was this deck and the next deck that I'm going to show you, which is the Thoth deck. Anyway, you've all seen the Rider-Waite tarot, I'm sure. So I'm not really going to flip through them. I'm just showing it as that's another one of the decks that I own currently. And then, of course, we have this one, which is the Thoth deck. There's the back of the cards. And here's the front. I do love these cards, and I'm going to get the regular size version of these eventually. I haven't got it yet, but I am going to get it. I haven't done any readings with this one yet. I'm going to start doing readings with it eventually. I want to study it a bit more first, though, before I get into that, because they are quite a bit different from your normal Rider-Waite decks. As you can probably tell, although I am flipping through these quite quickly due to time constraints. So, yeah, this is the Thoth deck. It was made by Aleister Crowley. And probably some of you might be spooked by this deck because of that. I don't know. Some people think it's a spooky deck. I really don't think so. Love the colors in it. There is quite a history behind the deck itself, which I'm not going to get into here, but I may do a longer version for this deck at another time after I study more about it. So yeah, that's the Thoth deck that I have currently. And yes, I sound tired again, because I was up till 5 o'clock this morning. And I went to bed, and then I woke up at 9:30. So I could go to work. Okay, this is the Grail Tarot. I believe this deck is or was meant to be a sort of a companion to the book by Dan Brown, Da Vinci Code. I'm not 100% certain of that, but I think that's what this is meant to be. It's got some very biblical pictures on it, as you can see, as I flip through. The colors aren't that vivid on it. I've never read with this deck. I may read with it. I do like it. Wouldn't have bought it if I didn't like it. It's an interesting deck. And something interesting about it too, when you lay the cards all out in a line, it sort of reads like sort of like a picture story almost when you lay them out. It's kind of cool how it works. But here it is, the Tarot of the Holy Grail. Or Grawl. Is that how you say it? Grawl or Grail? I don't know. My Gaelic is, well, non-existent. So, yeah, this is the Tarot of the Holy Grail, Grawl. I love that card. That card is so cool. Anyway, yeah, that's that deck. Now, on to a novelty purchase. Don't think I'll ever read with this deck, only because I think it would be difficult to read with because of all the distracting structures of the card, but I do like it. It is, you can see that, the Lord of the Ring tarot deck and card game. Yes, it is both a tarot deck, so you could do tarot readings with it, or it's a card game, and there are rules to the game that came with the deck when I bought it, along with a fairly long book, thick book. Explains all the cards, explains the rules of the game, if you want to play the game. I do like the pictures on it. They are very Lord of the Ring-ish. So they're kind of cool in that respect, but they're small. That's something I don't like. The pictures are small, and you've got all this border stuff going on, and it just distracts from the picture and the card. And that's probably why I won't really ever use them for readings. I may try, but I'm easily distracted by things like this, so we'll see. I assume that's Gandalf. I'm assuming. Looks like Gandalf. And here you have Gollum. There is also another token deck called the Hobbit deck, which I may get just because I do love J.R. Tolkien. I've read The Hobbit and the Lord of the Ring books, seen the movies. So yeah, I love this deck in that respect, that it's Lord of the Ring themed. Like I say, it's a novelty deck. Novelty purchase, collectors kind of thing. So yeah, that's that Lord of the Rings. And that's the little instruction book. There's also a bigger book that came with the set as well. Okay, now I'm going to get into the few Oracle decks that I own. I may have to turn that light off in the background. It is really bright in here for some reason, as opposed to the way it was last night. I don't know what's up with that. Okay. This is the Brian Froud Fairy Oracle. There are 66 cards in this deck, and it's all fairies that Brian Froud illustrated for the cards. And I believe his wife did the book, and the book that came with this is totally awesome. It's hardcover, and it shows big pictures of the cards on the pages, and it gives a nice long description of each card. Tells you how to read with the cards, how to connect with the fairy world, all that kind of stuff. So it's really cool. Brian Froud has another fairy oracle deck as well that I don't have yet. It's called the Heart of Fairy, which I want to get. Maybe on my next pay I'm going to order it. I don't know. Brian Froud also has huge paintings of fairies, and he has a couple of books actually with pictures of the paintings in it, which is kind of cool. He's an amazing artist, as you can probably tell by the cards. My phone does not do them justice at all. I would film this on my Canon camera, but it's a blank card. Yeah, I would film this on my Canon, but I have no computer to then download the video from my Canon so that you can see it, so I'm filming this on my phone. Anyway, back to this card. It's a blank card. What this is meant to be is you are supposed to meditate on this card, and your fairy guide is supposed to come out to you, and you can draw a picture of your fairy guide on the card if you want. You don't have to. But that's what this card is meant to represent, your fairy guide through the world of fairy. So that's that. And like I say, I do love these cards. That's the Death card. That is really cool. So yeah, this is the Fairy Oracle deck. Awesome, awesome deck. I have read with it. It is very, very accurate. Sometimes a little bit mischievous. It's very honest, sometimes brutally honest. It will tell you the truth. Put it that way. It does not hold back. Some people find this deck quite frustrating. Some people like it. Some people hate it. Like I say, it's very fairy energy to this deck. It's not a light fairy energy. I mean, fairies are both dark and light, so you're going to get that with this deck. Very much so. So I'm just going to show a few more because I really love this deck, and I love that card. That's a cool card. Very intense. Okay, so that's the Brian Froud Oracle deck, Fairy Oracle. Now I'm going to get into the two Lenormand decks that I own. They're sort of an oracle in of themselves. They're a little different. This deck is Under the Roses. Backs of the cards. Basically, these are meant to be very simple pictures, more or less symbols. You read them sort of like the way you would read a pictograph when you read them. And the idea is that you come up with keywords for each card, and you use those keywords when you do a reading for someone or for yourself. I have started using this particular deck and the other one that I have to do a few readings here and there. I've been getting pretty accurate with it. Still, I'd like to study it a bit more. They are small cards, and there's a reason that they're small. Because there is a spread with this deck where you use all the cards in the deck. It's called the Grand Lenormand spread. And you literally lay all the cards out and read them for the person. It's supposed to tell them like pretty much everything about their life. Past, present, future, everything. So yeah, there's extra cards in this one. There's 2 for the woman and 2 for the man and 2 for the child. So that way you can, depending on who you're reading for, these are the significator cards. So if you're reading for a woman, you use one of the woman cards. If you're reading for a man, you'd use one of the man cards. If you're reading for a child, you use one of the child cards. So that's the Under the Roses Lenormand. Madame Lenormand was what you call it, she read tarot for Napoleon Bonaparte and a lot of other famous French court people way back long time ago. And I just recently discovered that they're bringing her style of reading back. I don't know if the deck that she ever used herself still exists somewhere out there. I don't know. In some museum or something. It would be interesting to see. There's a card stuck in here. Yes. Well, okay, it's going to stay stuck then. Okay, this next one is the Cheryl Marchetti Lenormand deck. Earlier in my first video, I think, I showed you the one of the Cheryl Marchetti tarot decks, the Gilded Tarot. Well, this is his Lenormand deck. I love it. The colors are so vivid. The cards are very thick stock. They'll last probably forever. Again, as you can see, what you see in the picture is what the card is. That's the Tower, the Moon, the Bear, the Whip and the Broom, the Rider, Fox, so on and so forth. The Man, Snake. So yeah, Stork, Letter, Star, roses, flowers, birds, child, lilies, house, sun. So this is the Cheryl Marchetti Gilded Reverie Lenormand. It came, when I ordered it, it came with this really nice tarot pouch to keep the cards in. And a picture that Cheryl Marchetti painted of Marie Lenormand. And actually, the box that it came in is very sturdy. Opens up like a book. It's magnetically, magnetic closure on it. So yeah, I really love this deck. And now the other card decides to come out. It's the Clouds. Interesting. Okay, well, that's that deck. It's an Oracle deck. It has 36 cards total. I'll put it away here. And I have 2 more Doreen Virtue decks. They're Oracle decks. They're not a tarot. So there's less cards in them. first one I rather like, only because he's my favorite saint. That's one of the reasons anyway. This is the Archangel Michael, or Saint Michael Oracle deck. That's the backs of the cards. Got Saint Michael on them. And here we go with the fronts. I do like this Oracle deck. It's very accurate. I have used it. Normally what I do with these Oracle decks is I'll pull them out and draw like one card a day, kind of a thing to meditate on. It's good for that. They got little like prayers on each card that you can say. They're fairly accurate. I have used it quite a bit. She's got also one with all the archangels in it, which I might get. I don't know. I'm not too keen on Dream Virtue, really. I have a few of her decks. I might get one or two more. They seemed attractive. I'm kind of odd when it comes to this sort of thing. The cards actually do kind of, I don't know how to describe it, they speak to me. When I go in and I look at cards, or I look at cards online, there's certain ones that will jump out at me and say, you need to have this. Other ones won't. I won't connect with them. But then there'll be ones that I will just say, you know, you have to have this. So that's how I go about it. There are schools of tarot purists or whatever that say you should never buy a tarot deck. It should always be given to you. Well, yes, but I think you can buy them. I think it's okay to buy them as long as you look at the cards first before you buy them and decide if it's something that's going to be right for you to use, if that makes sense. And I'm not sure that it does, but, and I'm rambling on as I flip through these cards. So yeah, that's the Archangel Michael Oracle deck by Dream Virtue. That's the box, if you're interested. And it probably looks backwards on there because my phone takes a mirror image of what I'm holding up. So, yeah. And this next one, another Doreen Virtue deck, is the Angel Therapy Oracle cards. It has all different pictures of angels on them. All her Oracle decks come with quite a thick book that describes the meaning of each card, gives you a little meditation on each card that you can use. Here is the backs of these cards. And here we go with these. They're pretty much used the same way as the Archangel Michael Oracle deck. The way I use them is I draw a card a day, meditate on it, and get the answers usually that I need to hear. And I usually do get the answers I need to hear. And there's different spreads that you can use with these Oracle decks. You don't have to use it as a one-card draw. You can do like 3-card spreads and 5-card spreads and so on. It's, you know, it's not relegated to just one spread. Just do whatever you feel is right for you and for the question that is being asked of you or the question that you're asking yourself. So, yeah, that's the Angel Therapy Oracle deck. It's actually the first Oracle deck I bought for Oracle decks. I never was too much into Oracle decks until I seen this one. And then I started looking at other ones and kind of started buying them here and there. I'm still mainly into tarot though. Okay, this one is the Oracle of Shadows and Light by Lucy Cavendish. Love the artwork on these cards. Love it. There's the back. They are bigger cards than most tarot decks. And here are some of the cards. There's also a Vampire Oracle, I think by the same artist, Jasmine Beckett Griffith, who did the artwork on the cards, that I would like to get. It looked cool when I seen it. And again, the glare, I know they're very shiny. Apologize for the glare. I know I sound tired. I am tired, to be quite honest. These are cool cards. Okay, well, this is all the tarot and Oracle decks that I currently own. I've got my eye on 3 more. Actually, 4 more. That number's always changing, and I have to stop. Really, I do. I have to stop buying tarot cards. It's getting ridiculous. My apartment is full of tarot. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed those 3 videos. I may do more videos on my tarot cards, maybe showing just one at a time so you can really get a good look at them, and I'll discuss them and whatnot. But these 3 videos were just meant to be sort of a general overview of all the tarot cards that I currently own. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Bye.